What's up, gamers? Welcome to the show where I keep you guys updated on the latest in gaming news. But before we get into today's gaming news, let's take a look at today's clip of the day. Clip of the day.
Alright, so let's just snipe them again. Oh. Oh, you got me. As soon as I went around. Oh, get wrecked.
Enemy team eliminated.
So yeah, that was our clip of the day for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, but now let's get into our first news report of today's show, and it's coming to us from the PlayStation 4, because as we all know, if you did watch E3, one of Microsoft's biggest features that they announced was backwards compatibility coming to the Xbox One later this year, and a lot of Xbox One owners were extremely excited about this, but then over on the other side, a lot of PlayStation 4 owners were sort of a little bit disappointed that this feature isn't coming to the PlayStation 4. And you're probably like, yeah, but PlayStation 4 has PlayStation Now, which lets us play PlayStation 3 games on our PlayStation 4. And yeah, although that is true, it's not really the same, because PlayStation Now is a streaming service which lets us stream old games to our PlayStation 4 over the network, but Xbox One's backwards compatibility is going to be 100% true backwards compatibility, where we put our discs into the tray and we can play our old Xbox 360 games straight from the disc. But this whole thing has gotten a lot of people talking and wondering why Sony didn't come out with something similar for the PlayStation 4, and it could be due to the fact that it's actually physically impossible for Sony to do this with the architecture that's in the PlayStation 4 console. Basically, according to the guys over at DualShockers, the architecture that's in the PlayStation 3 is so different to that in the PlayStation 4 that creating a native backwards compatibility feature on the PlayStation 4 would almost require each developer to recode their PlayStation 3 games to allow them to physically work on the PlayStation 4, and I very much doubt that developers are going to be spending their time doing this unless they're purposely making a remaster of their old PlayStation 3 games for the PlayStation 4. So yeah, if this is in fact true, it means that we might not ever see true native backwards compatibility on the PlayStation 4, which kind of really sucks, because it means we're going to have to keep paying for PlayStation Now games to play old gen games, whereas on the Xbox side of things, we're going to be able to play old gen games completely free as long as we still have the discs. But hopefully Sony's engineers can find a solution to this and a way around it, because at the moment the Xbox One has a clear advantage in this area with their console. But anyway, moving away from that piece of gaming news and to our next piece of news for today, and it's that Prototype and Prototype 2 could be making their way onto the PlayStation 4. A couple of trophy tracking websites have begun listing the different trophies available for the PlayStation 4 versions of the games, and this has gotten a lot of people speculating that these two games are in fact going to be remastered for the PlayStation 4. Personally, I'd almost rather see Sony announce Prototype 3 rather than remasters of the old games, but nonetheless, although this isn't 100% confirmed as of just yet, it is a pretty good indication that this will be coming to the current gen console. So that's pretty good news for everyone who was a fan of the original Prototype games, but one game that's definitely coming to the current gen consoles is Fallout 4, and today we were given some confirmation on the resolution and the frame rate that Fallout 4 is going to be running at. Todd Howard, the head director over at Bethesda, today did confirm that on both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, the games are going to be running at 1080p at 30 FPS. Now, this isn't really that big of a surprise, and it's pretty much what we were all really expecting, but it is nice to now have confirmation of how the game's going to be running. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today's gaming news. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on Wednesday's show, and until then, stay gaming. To talk about is the new controller that's coming out. Now, I reported on this happening like a couple of months ago, and I sort of covered a few topics of like Microsoft announcing a new controller at E3, and it actually did happen, and the controller does look pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy that they came out with this, because like the